Welcome to my backyard. You're watching Indian Cooking with Sugandhi. Today we are not going to cook. I'm going to show you my backyard and my vegetable garden and my herb garden. So come on in. Let's go and enjoy. I don't have any background music because the birds, they are doing their job. They are chirping and singing beautifully, and we'll have fun. Enjoy. I've taken these videos two different times. Some pictures you can see before the spring and some during the spring. Watch the jasmine vine to the left side of the sitting area. It didn't bloom yet, so it's before springtime. And some pictures you can see with full bloom of jasmine flowers. It's Mullai Poo, so that's the springtime. We are entering into the left-hand side of the house. I have a little garden there, sitting area, and also a vegetable patch. You can see this is a thandukirai. In Tamil, kirai is greens. So this is the thandukirai. It usually, it's a small plant, but somehow one seed fell on the side and it grew so big. Actually, it grew more than 6 feet in later videos. That's not, and I didn't show that, but it grew about 6 feet. And this is Parupakirai. I did my harvest already, and I'm leaving these for the seeds for the next year. The Parupakirai, it's a dal greens. It grows in like mountainous area, like Uti, Kunnur, Munnar. And this is Sirukirai. We call it Sirukirai. It's also greens. It's very tasty. And I left those for next year's seeds. And this is potato. You can see one big leaf, one plant with big leaf. That's potato. And this is kind of yam family. You can eat the root, and also you can eat the leaves. They make, Gujaratis, they make something called sena. They make it with dal, stuffed with dal, and then they fry it. It's very tasty. And this is pumpkin plant. Actually, I threw one of the pumpkins from Thanksgiving time into the garden to mulch. It just grew. I don't think I'll get any vegetable from that, any pumpkin from that, but I just let it grow. And this is to the right-hand side of my house, and I have my another vegetable patch here, little bigger patch, and I'll show you. I have here like tomato. This is yeah, you can see the chilies here, and basil, and what you see is basil and mint leaves, pudina. And here we can see the yellow button rose in full bloom. And usually it'll cover half of the trellises, but I keep it trimmed. And this is another jasmine vine on the left-hand side of my garden. That's also in full bloom. Yeah, now you can see to the far right-hand side of my garden, where I have the jasmine in full bloom now. And I have grapes, lemon, and anar, and all that on that side. And this is the dragon flower. It's so beautiful. And that's the anar. You can see I didn't have any fruit. This is the Mullai Poo, jasmine flower. In Tamil, we call it Mullai Poo. The buds are thin and long with a dash of pink on it. It's in full bloom now. It's in spring, and it has a beautiful smell to it. The smell here is very strong. In India, it's kind of mild, and you can wear it on your hair, but here, you get headache if you wear them on your hair. But it looks beautiful. On the trellises, I have two different kinds of grapes growing. This is my Japanese maple with coral bark. If you see the barks, it's real dark pink in color. It's so beautiful. This is Manatakali kire. Kire is greens. I don't know what to call it in English, but the leaves and the fruits have a lot of medicinal values. This is the tomato patch to the right side of my house. And you can see I have a few different chili plants. I'm leaving them for the seeds. And these tomatoes, there are about 3 different kinds of tomatoes. I have heirloom tomato also. I also have few bitter gourd wines and a melon wine. It's called cantaloupe. The thin green wine that you see close to the chilies, that's the bitter gourd wine. The wine that you see on the right-hand side, it's called cantaloupe. And this is the cantaloupe wine. It's a melon. If you cut it, it's orange in color inside, and it's very juicy. And outside, it's like a grayish skin to it, hard skin, and inside it's very sweet. This is the cantaloupe melon cut in half. This is my jasmine plant, Mallipu plant. These are my herbs, organic basil and organic mint. Between the plants, I threw a lot of dhania and vendayam, methi, and I later harvested a lot of vendaya kire and dhania. Here you can see some bitter gourd wine on the ground. I harvested quite a bit of bitter gourd and eggplants this year. And also you can see this is, we call it Anjumani flower, 5 o'clock flower, that blooms at 5 o'clock, and the leaves are very medicinal. In India, due to heat, we used to get boil on our body. So my mother used to roast these leaves in castor oil and then place it on the boils, and the boils will burst quickly and heal quickly. My neighbor kids, they're having a blast. This is their summer holidays. They're having a lot of fun with all their cousins in their grandma's house. These are the heirloom tomatoes. These are my white roses. And this is my another little herb garden, this rosemary. I have rosemary all over the yard, front and backyard. I have big bushes. Rosemary, the western side, people cook that in meat. And this is my basil, tulasi. 5 kind of tulasis in there, Chinese and 3 kind of Indian basil. It's all growing there. And that my grapes. It's a green grape. Hopefully next year I'll get some fruits. This is my little Mallihe puchedi, jasmine plant. Here they call it Arabian jasmine. The smell is very strong though. Compared to Indian Mallipu, this is very strong. And I have my bird bath. I have 2 kinds of lime and they're not growing very well. I'm not getting any fruits. And that's my jasmine before spring. And quails. See on the fence? I have a lot of quails. They come, sometimes they bring their chicks. And I thank God they're not in India. If it's in India, I know we used to cook those. And I make sure nobody come near my quails. All the birds, they come to my house, in my backyard, they chirp. I spend a lot of money in getting their food and their honey. I get a lot of hummingbirds come. Sometimes I make hummingbird feed and I feed them. Make it with boiled water and sugar and cool it and I feed them. There are so many kinds of birds. Someday I should tape them and I can show it to you. I have a pomegranate plant. In Tamil we call it Madulam. I don't have any fruit yet. Hopefully next year I'll see some fruits. It's still growing. We are coming to the end of the video. Have you seen lemon in atralysis? This is my lemon tree in atralysis. And that was a gift from one of my friends. Thank you, my friends, for taking the tour of my backyard. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back soon. And just want to show you my harvest from last year. My lemons, you can see the bitter gourds, pavaka, brinjal, tomatoes, chilies, and the big round ones are the melon. It's the cantaloupe melon. That's all for today. I'll be back soon with another interesting video. Until then, take care and thank you for watching.